Hello, my fellow Chaos Goblins. This is Tiberius. I am queer, I am chaotic, and I do crafts. Today we're going to be cleaning my craft room. Right now I'm taking everything off my shelf that is fabric because the system was not working for me. So I reorganized all of it. And this is me really not wanting to do it, but doing it anyway. So what I ended up doing was I sorted what I was going to keep, what was a project I already had going, and what was to be donated. And I did have an intro to this video filmed where I showed the entire craft room and how messed up it is. But I just held my phone vertically instead of horizontally. And the way my video editor works is that if I can't hold it all the same way, none of it will edit properly together, which is unfortunate. Also, I recently found a place where you can get pretty good quality fabric. Well, it's okay quality. It's not the best quality fabric I've had, but it's Fabric Wholesale Direct. I recently bought 10 yards of bridal satin from there, and it's pretty good. It's not the best, but it was like, I don't know, $5-6 a yard. So it was good for the price. I'll put it that way. I have like 50 billion projects going on right now. So I had so much that ended up going in the same place of, stuff I'm working on. And I kept getting new ideas while I was doing all this, like what I'm holding up now, comparing the fabrics together. I decided to put the purple one on the table because I needed to be ironed. It was way too wrinkly to use, but I ended up not even ironing it because I like to create problems for future me just continuously and never do them. So a lot of this goes to a problem for future me, which I am going to make a part 2 of this video, so I will be dealing with future me's problems, and we will see if I put them off for even future me. I have a lot of broadcloth. I impulsively bought 20 pounds worth of fabric off Goodwill's website, which, if you didn't know, you can shop for craft supplies on Goodwill's website, and you can get like boxes of stuff for pretty good deals. And I impulsively bought a mystery box of fabric, and there was like an insane amount of broadcloth in it, and I don't really know what to do with broadcloth because the pieces aren't really big enough to do anything substantial with them. So I decided I'm going to make a corset out of a few of them because I feel like broadcloth's a really good thick material to make a corset with. But I just don't know about all of it. I ended up having way more cotton than I thought I did. And I tried to put all the cotton together, and it ended up just taking up one entire cubby. And something I learned about this is, spoiler alert, my new system of organizing things didn't work out very well. So I'll have to reorganize them probably today or later, or maybe never. We shall see. But yeah, my craft room just got to be a disaster. Oh, also, I love this fabric. I got it from Smart Arts, which, if you're in the Nashville area, Smart Arts is an arts and crafts thrift store where people donate, stuff they're not using anymore. And you can get great deals, like $3 a pound of fabric, $10 a pound for quilting cotton. Here is the other cubby I'm sorting out, and these were all, I'm trying to save this cubby for Christmas gifts because, I'm a crafter. I make all my gifts. I have 50 gifts to make. So I started in June. to do it. And I'm also trying to get a bunch of sewing projects together because I'm trying to sell the stuff that I'm sewing. So I'm making a bunch of stuff for different people so I can take pictures and be like, hey, I can do this really cool stuff. It's been overwhelming. I have been overwhelmed. And like, it's one of those things where I keep getting really excited and then doing it, I get overwhelmed. But I have been doing it just very slowly. That dress in the corner over there on my mannequin is one of the projects that I've been working on. And I just can't get the bottom of the skirt to look right. So I'm going to be uh, working on that again. Um, yeah, like, and a lot of these that I had up there were projects that I had something in mind for. Also, is this fabric ugly? Because I can't decide if I love it or hate it. Um, I also ended up putting uh gift stuff just on the very top, stuff that I know I'm going to use for gifts. But most of it is Christmas gifts. That's just Christmas fabric right there, and I didn't know what to do with that. I think I just put it with cotton. That's going to be, I'm making a jacket with that blue bunny fabric that I put in there, and that maroon there is going to be the lining, and it actually goes with the flowers that are on the dress. Also, somebody recently gave me a bunch of like Disney brand fabrics. So I'm setting those to the side because you can't sell those because Disney's greedy. Uh Even though you bought the fabric, you should be able to, like, if you buy the fabric, you should be able to make shirts within sell those shirts. That's just my opinion. Um I'm working on a mixed media tarot deck for one of my friends for Christmas. That's what that paper did. Also, I got that fabric at Smart Arts too, and those fabrics at Smart Arts. And I have no idea what to do with them. Also, I spent 20 minutes trying to fold that blue one. This is everything I'm donating. I just think this fabric is so ugly. It was also in that Goodwill mystery thing. Uh, and then I realized I had a bunch of strips of that one fabric that I can't decide if it's ugly or not. So by the end, I had much less. I was going to iron this floral purple one here, but then I realized it wasn't that wrinkly. And that's me giving up on the other purple one and saving it as a problem for later, which later is today. Those are all my interfacings. I recently bought interfacing and I didn't realize it wasn't like bigger than that. Because if I see measurements in an abstract, I don't know how big it is. It doesn't matter if I've even bought it before. Like, my mind does not know numbers in an abstract form. Like, I know how long 12 inches is, but without looking at a ruler, that number becomes abstract to me. And I'm like, is it big enough? I recently bought a bunch of stuff, so I am looking at pieces of paper from that and keep getting distracted. This is the best glue you can buy. I love this. This is a birthday present for someone that I need to finish in the next 2 weeks that I just haven't started on aside from cutting it out. This is the chaos that is the desk. I have been saving boxes for junk journaling and mixed media books, and I've just been setting them there. I haven't even wanted to go into the craft room because of it just being so much work. And yeah, just so much work. But I did manage to get through the thing, and I don't know where to put anything. So that's a piece to my new tripod. I bought a new tripod. That's how I'm able to film this, is it's very tall, and I was able to angle it to film the whole room just about. There was so much trash. And it didn't start out as trash. It started out as, oh, I'm totally going to use this. And then I have to admit to myself every once in a while that I'm not going to use that. So I go through and purge every once in a while. These are manuals that I didn't know where to put. But yeah, I feel like this took forever. This was actually 2 hours worth of footage that I compressed into 14 minutes. And I had to speed it up quite a bit. It doesn't look like I'm going that fast, but that's because I'm very slow. I have some sort of cognitive issue. I just can't move fast. Never have been. Uh, I found some loose beads on top of those seed beads, and seed beads are like stupid expensive. So I had to sit there and sort through and grab the beads and put them separately. And I don't understand why seed beads are so expensive because they're small and you don't get a lot for, what you buy. That's my little drawer that has all my patterns and stuff in it that I need to actually label later. So I'll probably do that later today. Really not looking forward to it. There's another piece of the tripod. And I found out that my tripod apparently has a remote light where I can turn the light on and off by the remote. So that's pretty cool. Those are patterns that I'm going to sell. So check out my shop on eBay or Etsy for just the things I have on sale. The patterns are probably going to go up on eBay versus Etsy because Etsy recently had a policy change and I don't fully understand it. So to be safe, I'm just going to put them up on eBay, which I've actually had a lot better luck with selling things on eBay than I ever have on Etsy. This is a dress I bought off Goodwill's website pretty much just to gut for parts because it had some really nice appliques on it. And I've been taking it apart, and that's where I've been getting all these seed beads from. And like, I think I paid $9 for the dress plus like $10 shipping. So it's a pretty good deal, all in all. I'm so close to being done. I need to finish those placemats that are on my desk because I need to get them to my mother-in-law. Because we're going over there the 4th of July, and that's coming up in like 2 days. I finally bought a thread holder, and I'm putting that up now. And I got it crooked because I have said time and time again on this channel, I can't do anything straight. It doesn't bother me so much because I died inside a really long time ago. I heard that you could put a sock on like a hand vacuum to like collect beads and stuff without getting dirt in there. However, the hole was really small. That's what she said. And I wasn't able to find a sock that would fit. So I ended up just putting a napkin down and dumping the vacuum out onto the table. And I'm going to be sorting through and grabbing those beads. That's a vest I made that I really messed up on, but I'm saving the toggles from it because they were really expensive. I think I ended up just leaving most of the stuff in the box. I have to organize this whole area tomorrow, or well, I think technically I'm going to do it today, but part 2 is definitely going to be organizing this whole area over here and cleaning out that closet because I really need that space for the new cleaning supplies I got. I recently got a bunch of new cleaning tools, like an electric scrubber, a window squeegee vacuum thing, a vacuum for bare floors, and yeah, just really overwhelming cleaning this. I ended up spilling some beads on the floor. Beads on the table, so I had to organize those. I ended up just putting the tripod stuff in my drawer where I keep my microphone, which we're actually going to be probably doing a whole video just on that. All right, guys, that's all I have for part 1. Please like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to stay chaotic. I'm exhausted.